poppin'? It's J to the A, D to the A. Welcome to my little corner of heaven. How y'all doing today? Today, I am going to be telling y'all some dreams I had and not connecting dots, but just putting it out there so I'll have something to reference back to in the future. If y'all watch my videos, y'all know how this works. So how can I say this? For people who are tuning in who don't really know about the rest of my spirit team, I have Mami Wata on my spirit team, and she's been there for a long while. I'm sure for some lifetimes, and she, and many other spirits have made themselves, known to me. Like they have shown that they were there the whole time. She has shown herself to me in many aspects. She's allowed me to comb through her mystery. She's shown me a lot of stuff about her. I'm sure not at 100% because, stuff get deeper and deeper and deeper. But she showed me some brilliant, amazing things that I haven't even seen anyone ever speak about that I've spoken about on my channel. And around that time when she was allowing me to get to know her and find out all these secrets and other things that she actually wanted me to tell people, I had this dream. So in this dream, it was like switching around a bit. So when the dream started, I had seen someone that I used to work with, and they had like a quotation mark altar where their sink was at, and just imagine like an island, but a kitchen island the size of a square dinner table, but imagine it being a bit bigger with a sink there, and just imagine a whole bunch of junk. Like just imagine a whole bunch of fucking junk up there, and you could tell it was an altar because this person, and I actually had beef with them, and I feel like the dream was telling me that this person sent me bad energy at the time when I was working with them. But which is crazy. But they were doing like some baneful magic, and the altar was dirty as fuck. Like it was dishes, it was cloths, it was a whole bunch of other shit up there. The dream actually had a lot of other aspects in it. Like a lot of aspects in it, etc., etc., etc. I'm not gonna go too deep into that, but I want to add that here because it was like I was getting information from Olokun, and I know y'all probably like, how you know it was Olokun? Let me get there. So I seen this lady and that I used to work with, and she was doing a bunch of magic and shit, and I looked at her and something happened to the power plug that was against the island she was working on. Like it got wet or something. And all of these sparks came out and it started a fire. Her altar basically like caught on fire. I know y'all like that's not funny. Look, man, she was throwing a juju, man. She was trying to, be negative, throwing her, bad magic. So after this happened, I had walked down the hall and it started looking like a botanica full of like different statues and stuff. There was a whole bunch of Yemayas, like it was just a whole bunch of Yemayas, and they all said Yemaya on it. It was a whole bunch of different types, different shapes, different designs. They was all black though, but different shapes and different designs. I think a few was like, the more colonized version with the lighter skin. And I was like, oh my God. And I stuck my hand out to grab a Yemaya. And when my hand touched what I was thought that I was trying to grab, it was an Olokun statue, y'all. It was an Olokun statue. Mind you, at this point, me and Mami Wata was already uh reconnecting. Like she has always been on my team. She has helped me with so much in my past. I had gave myself a self baptism some time ago, And she helped me restore my womb space. She's still helping me restore my womb space, amongst the many other things. If you want to hear the story, just watch this video, and it's actually pinned in the comments because I don't want to spend too much time on it because I've already kind of explained it and touched on it in other videos dealing with Mami Wata, Yemaya, her other aspects and everything. So I do want to add that throughout that dream I had with Olokun, there wasn't really no lights around. Like, it was kind of dim, but not in a bad way, not like in a negative way or a scary way, but it was just kind of dim. But when I went into the stock room looking thing with all the Yemaya statues, it was a light on. And when I grabbed the Olokun statue, I literally picked it up and held it in my hand. So when I woke up, I was like, oh shit. And Mami Wata, hashtag Yemaya, hashtag other entities as well, because there are other beings that a lot of people don't be talking about. A lot of people don't be talking about the other aspects of Yemaya, and that Yemaya is Mami Wata, and that, Yemaya Mami Wata is also Santa Mata la Dominadora, and it's also Isis and Offset. Like, she showed me these things in a dream. But I woke up and I looked at her altar, and she spoke to me, and I was having a whole bunch of visions, and I had a vision of Yemaya and Olokun on the same altar. So I'm not gonna discuss the links of my plans for my Mami Wata / Papi Wata altar, but she definitely fucking gave me permission to do certain things on my altar that would be prohibited in other traditions that have like a set of rules. And that's why I like, that's what I'm meant to do as a person with the type of destiny that I have. I go directly to the spirit. Yes, I take in what other people say, but I go directly to the spirit. The spirit showed me something in a dream. I'm gonna believe what that spirit is telling me. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm confused, then I'm gonna wait for them to explain it again or give me some type of sign again. If they tell me something and I go to somebody else that's somebody in the flesh, and they're like, no, absolutely not, that's an abomination, then I go back to my spirit, and boom, my spirit tell me again, give me a vision again. This is how I want you to make my altar, okay? This, I want you to do it like this, and this, and this, and whatnot. Now, I know some of y'all are probably like, well, why didn't you serve Olokun? You picked Olokun. Olokun picked you. Olokun must have saved you from the lady that was, trying to fuck you up, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm grateful. But I also believe that at times we get signs and we not ready for them. And we get those signs to look back on from a place of growth and more awareness and understanding. Because now I look back on it and I'm like, oh shit, the socket in the wall with water in it meant etc, etc, etc. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what that shit mean when I had a dream. And that's the same thing with Mami Wata. I had baptized myself, etc, 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 and some days passed and my friend was like, oh, I brought you a gift. And it was a bucket of coral. Like, it was just a bucket of coral and shells. And I was like, oh my God, wow. Because I like stuff like that. And I just put it on my altar. And I just started keeping anything that was sea themed, or if I found something at the river, any type of stones, any type of driftwood, I would just put it right there. Like, I had an earring, because my ears are stretched. So I had this earring and it had a mermaid on it. I still got it on my altar, but I had lost my other earring, or like it broke or something. So I put the little piece from the thing that was left. I'm saying thing, the little piece from the plug, the proper name for it is a plug. I had put it on my altar because I was like, okay, that's water. water. Now, I don't recommend people set up an altar and not um call on a specific energy, but I was lucky enough to have the habit within me to do that naturally, and was honoring Mami Wata the whole fucking time and honoring the other high vibrational, hear that, high vibrational marine entities through that portal. My altar didn't start with a lot of my altars didn't start with a bunch of stuff. A lot of my altars were destroyed and I had to restart them. And they slowly grew over time. They slowly grow over time. And I feel like I'm meant to go through that so other people who are looking up to me, who are looking to me for certain information, can know, hey, you could just start with this, or your altar is allowed to look like this, or this is a version of something, and this has the ability to transform into many things, because a lot of people are very dogmatic, and a lot of people put themselves in a box even if a spirit tries to tell them something. So as I continue to show my altars, which my spirits want me to do, I haven't had a spirit that didn't want me to show their altar yet. Maybe at a specific time, but all in all, their goal for me is for me to speak about them in a genuine, unfiltered, non-dogmatic manner. So as you see, my Mami Wata altar slash Papi Wata altar is going to change. And a lot of people is going to look at it and be like, this is not traditional. This is bullshit. This is fake. This is this. Man, the entities is telling me what to do. Like, the entities is telling me their mysteries. The entities is telling me what's true, what's false, what's made up, what's outdated, what's ancient, why this happened, why certain things didn't happen, why certain things, don't even fucking make sense, and they don't even know why a human being could ever create that and pull that down into the physical realm and make other people believe it. You feel what I'm saying? And yes, other beings come through that portal. I've had, different serpent beings, high vibrational serpent beings. I always have to put that, high vibrational serpent beings. I've had like Symbiloas come through my Mami Wata space before I even knew about Olokun. Come on now. So I looked to Mami Wata and she said, Olokun is to be on my altar. This is the same altar for both of us. This is the same altar for Symbiloas. And they came in my dream too. But that being said, I kind of forgot, kind of let it go. This may happen to you. Don't feel bad about it. It's just a certain time where time's supposed to pass and you're supposed to look back on it from a broader perspective, a more advanced perspective even, and analyze the shit like, oh shit, I just heard a sound in my house. But analyze the shit like, oh shit, this means this means this means this. So Olokun started coming up again. Like, Olokun just started coming up again. And I was like, what the hell is going on? I don't even remember how he started coming up. But he started coming up again. Like, I kept getting recommended stuff on YouTube and stuff kept coming up online. I was just like, okay, I'm finna look into this more. I'm finna start studying the mysteries, because you gotta study what's already there to come in and find out what mysteries are accurate, true, or false. You know what I'm saying? So I was making a plan for Mami Wata, and I hear and see spirits. So I'm over here getting downloads and visions, and spirits is telling me, ancestors and Mami Wata is telling me, oh, you need to add Olokun. You need to do this. You need to do that. It's time to add Olokun now. It's time to do this now. When you look into Yemaya, there's like so much information on her. There's so much information. There's so much. I'm grateful for the information about Olokun, but let's be honest, there is more Mami Wata information than there is about Papi Wata or Olokun. much more. Now, there's spirits that it ain't no information about them like that for real at all. There's spirits that most of the information about them is bullshit. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, not that much information about Olokun. Like, nah, I'm grateful for the information I found about Olokun. But I don't like that I can look into something and I'm trying to do something and I like have this certain way of going about things. And thank you, spirits. I'm gonna tell y'all what they just said. Give me 1 second. I be trying to go about things how my spirits tell me, and I'm like, oh, nobody fucking with Olokun like that. And I've done some research, and a lot of people don't even let people get crowned directly through Olokun. Like, they make you go through Yemaya. Within this process, I'm just noticing, like, okay, there ain't shit here. They ain't shit here. Like, um, there's some resin statues, which I love, but there's no one. I wanted something big. There's nothing super big. Me personally, the statues that I was looking at didn't look like the one I dreamed about. The picture that I'm going to use to show y'all how my dream looked is not going to be exactly what the statue of Olokun and my dream looked like exactly. So it was like the side profile sometimes, then it was in front, like I could see it the front profile, then it was behind water, maybe in some type of like half cave. You feel what I'm saying? And these flashes was there. I could barely remember. Like, it was flash, flash, flash. I was getting a whole bunch of stuff. Flash, flash, flash. And when I woke up, it was kind of like I was still asleep. But my eyes was open, but I was still having a vision. And there was this Olokun statue being, how can I say it? It was like manifesting. Like, just imagine somebody drawing. Like, they draw from point A, which is their starting point, and they end at point Z, and then we have a finished product. I literally seen something being drawn out in the air in this lagoon jungle setting. It was like I was in an in-between space in this setting, and Olokun was being drawn for me in a style that I was just looking at before I go to sleep, before I went to sleep, excuse me. And it was its own, like, of course it was like the others because it's Olokun, but it was its own. And it had two snakes, and he was a merman, and the snakes was wrapped around him, and the snakes' heads rest on his shoulders. He had a tail, and his tail touched the back of his body. It was curled up, and his features were very square, and I believe he had a crown on and afro hair. And I didn't see much color, but even right now when I'm talking about it, I can get a vision of it, and I can even see what it would look like. I feel like the muted, more less saturated colors is what I'm gonna use when I'm depicting this aspect of Olokun. I'm speechless, and I'm happy because honoring energies is important for many different things. It's important because we have to give these aspects high vibrational energy so they can help, not only help us, not only help our lineages, but help the world. Like, look at what's going on. Like, in Palestine, the water is toxic. That water is rushing. That water is connected to other sources. So I take great seriousness and put it towards stuff like this. Spiritual warfare is real. And I'm very excited to go through Olokun's mysteries and continue to share it with y'all, you know? But yeah, I think that's it, y'all. I think that's it. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.